We are live! Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We are bringing to you today the RPL Silver Grand Finale Championship race. I'm here with my host, Addy.
Hi.
I'm your host, Jack. And we are just checking all the audio is working for today.
I think it is.
And I mean, what a race. Where else would you want to be on a Monday night? Am I right, Annie?
That's very good sound. We're good. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
I live for my Monday nights now, you know. Who needs to do something with their husband when they can just watch him race?
Look, in the real world, it's a cold, rainy December, but in the sim racing world, we are off to the desert, the land of, you know, Messi in the World Cup 2022, to see if Maple Ace can win his first ever championship on stream in the Realistic Performance League. That is the RP Silver today. It is indeed. Maple Ace got his game face on for sure. We are just waiting on standby for quali. We've got a spectator in there. It's all popping off today. And so for anyone who doesn't know about the RPL, if you haven't been watching them these previous 9 weeks, I mean, number one, where have you been? What else have you been doing on your Monday night? But if you haven't been watching RPL Silver, we have realistic performance cars, and so the cars have been changing every 2 races, and the better you do, the slower you get the car. But I mean, sometimes it's not completely. Look, the organisers have done a lot, but what I'm saying is the fact that nearly Psycho's in the McLaren today as someone third in the championship is crazy. But look, I mean, they change every 2 races, so that's what it does, you know. Whilst we're getting into qualifying, there's so many storylines to talk about, so many things to cover. First of all, I mean, let's cover what the points mean today. We're double points, Annie.
Oh wow.
We are double points. So, as you can see on the bottom left, we're 50 points for a win, 40 points second place, 36. So I mean, anyone in the podium's getting 36 points. I haven't quite done the maths yet, but I mean, if Maple Ace was to come third, it does look like, I mean, hold up, 36, 167, Nearly Psycho would be on 162. If Nearly Psycho wins and Maple Ace comes third, Maple Ace wins the championship.
Yeah.
It's going to be close.
Yeah.
It's going to be real close, and it already has been close this whole time. I mean, let's look back, before we look back, in fact, we're going into quali now. We had a pre-race chat with the driver himself. He's looking good.
Yeah, he's feeling good.
The commentators got in the cockpit for a second. We didn't last 2 seconds. They make it look easier than it is, to be fair.
I don't think I could do that.
No. And actually, as of 10 minutes ago, we all thought it was going to be a 100% race.
Yeah.
Which would have been an hour and a half, at least. So I think everyone here is a bit more calm, especially Maple Ace in preparing for a 50% race.
Yeah. This is what he's been training for.
Absolutely,
You know,
he loves it. Then again, I will say, not to spoil any of the storylines, the 100% race we did have in Austria, Maple Ace qualified P1 and finished P1.
Yeah.
So there's that to be said too. But look, as we get in here, let's go back on the previous races quickly. Right, what led Maple Ace to contending for his first ever championship? So he's currently first, 131 points on the championship on the leaderboard. Australia finished P5. He had a Colossus crash it was, honestly, car show went back 10 weeks ago today. Maple Ace just, streamed this league for the first time. We'd only done 1 season previously to get warmed up.
Okay,
and off the line at Australia, it was P5 and then went 17. And we're getting the reaction from Maple as the tyre colours are coming off. And he's going onto the track for the first time.
Feeling good, looking good.
He's looking like a winner, and that's not just a Red Bull or the Monster.
Wouldn't it be embarrassing if he just crashed?
Don't do what we did. Watch it, there's loads of gravel, watch out. I mean, so yeah, look, we can see already, right, we've got Maple Ace in the hash today. Week 1, Australia P5 after qualifying P4 in the Williams. Then we had a Zandvoort, we had a sprint and a reverse track.
Oh wow.
You know, Maple actually qualified P5 for both, but came out on the podium. 2 P2s back to back in Zandvoort week 2. Then we have Mexico, qualified P7, came P4 in the Haas. First time in the Haas this season. And then a Haas again in the Bahrain, which was qualified P14, but again up the leaderboard, finished P8. And then week 5 and 6 in the Racing Bull. Now this is where Maple really found his identity in this league, and this is his fearlessness, because we had a P3 finish in Brazil from a P9 quali, and then of course he won the race.
Yeah.
He was just straight up first in Austria. That then led us to 2 back-to-back races in the Kick Sauber for doing so well. We had a P3 in Baku, but a really tough P11 in Spain. A Singapore P3 sneaking onto the podium last time around, and that leaves us here today.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
I will admit, I don't usually watch all of the races.
Yep.
You know, I tune
It's a
in
lot of
every
racing.
now and then. Like if I can hear. You can hear George when, you know,
there's drama,
if there's
we go
drama,
towards it,
so
yeah.
I quickly check. But no, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the hype is about and his last race.
It's going to be a really great race. I mean, you can see how close it is at the top, and that's only the top 3 races. I mean, in my head, there's only one storyline today, though. Right, you've had 2 races in, and this is saying nothing about how well Deleuze has performed, right? But if you look at the storyline between Maple Ace and Nearly Psycho, it's a storyline written itself.
Yeah.
You know, the best storylines often do write themselves. Obviously, Maple Ace, he's gone invalid just a little bit there on the lap. Just a little bit wide, just kind of testing up, you know, tyres. He's not going to be using the soft in the race. Well, having said that, it's a 50% now, so forgive me, he might go medium soft. Yeah, if we have a look at the storyline quickly, right, so we have week 1 and Australia. Maple Ace qualified P4, Nearly Psycho qualified P2, and yeah, like I said, by the time Maple Ace got to turn 3, he was P12 in Australia. Terrible start, but he pulled it back, you know, to P5. And then we see Zandvoort, right? There was a almost collision in the sprint race with Nearly Psycho when he went off the track and came back on, and Maple Ace himself deemed it a really bad rejoin. So there was a bit of rivalry from the off, right? And then you had Zandvoort in reverse, where Maple Ace finished just 3 tenths ahead of Nearly Psycho in 3rd place. And then, so Mexico, you saw Maple Ace and Nearly Psycho side by side on the grid now, P7, P8, both in the Haas. But Maple Ace pretty much was 50 entire race, finished P4, whilst Nearly Psycho started as they finished in 8th place. You then go to week 4, you had a Bahrain reverse grid. You saw Maple Ace starting P15, and again Nearly Psycho starting next to him in the grid, P14, right? Just to be clear, they've never met each other before. They're not actually in a team, but it feels like they're right on the same wavelength all the time. And then the race, so they started P14 and P15, with Nearly Psycho being ahead of George by 1 on the grid. But actually it finished Maple Ace in 8th and Nearly Psycho in P9.
Wow.
So just one difference still, right? That was a long race, and then, we have Brazil, right? Maple Ace in a racing bull for the first time this season. He had a tough qualifying. He started in P9, and actually it was a whole 6 places below Nearly Psycho in P3. Yet somehow only 6 tenths separated them going into the race. By the time lap 26 hit in Brazil, Maple Ace climbed up to P4, whilst Nearly Psycho was still in P3. However, Nearly Psycho hit the pits as the lap was ending, so he made place on the podium to start lap 27, and then you get to lap 34 or 36, and Maple Ace was 15 seconds ahead of Nearly Psycho, right, about to get on the podium in Brazil, but Maple Ace had 10-second penalty. But it was still 5 seconds with 2 laps to go. With 2 turns left, we thought Nearly Psycho had the podium because he was literally he brought the gap down to 9.8, but he somehow had a touch slower sector 3 that Maple Ace ended up on the podium by 5 tenths. But again, side by side, every leaderboard, every standing is nearly cycle Maple Ace.
I love it.
It's nearly cycle Maple Ace. And then yeah, we had the Australia full race where Maple Ace one-shot quali, smashed it, P1. The race started in the rain, the full rain, crazy. Racing Bull again though. 2 Racing Bulls at the start. You had Froby hit the pits on lap 7 as the rain was slowing down. Maple Ace was P1 from lap 8. But then at the end of lap 47 of the 100% Austria race, Maple Ace hit the pit with a 25-second gap. Now, if you've been watching, you'll be remembering this. Maple come out of the pits, and there was a car that was glitched.
Oh my god, I watched that!
There was a car that was glitched!
I remember that one!
So a 25-second gap and a perfect pit stop, literally optimal when you look at the replay. He then came out of the pits in 3rd place. He lost time to 2 drivers. 2 drivers that I believe are now 1 and 2 and 3 in the championship.
I remember that one because
Okay, we can take you this
I heard it, and then I quickly went on to see what the drama was, and it was literally just the car. Not moving.
It was iconic in all the wrong ways for Maple Ace. It was raging to be fair, absolutely on that one. And so that was, what was that? That was like 47. But there was still, some 26 laps to go, and Maple Ace, after that, Maple Ace in P3, 3.3 behind Nearly Cycle. In first. However, on lap 64, Maple Ace took over Nearly Cycle with 3 laps to go. He won, and he ended the race again just 5/10 of a second in front of Nearly Cycle. So you can see where we're going with this. It's been a Nearly Cycle and Maple Ace race the whole time. The rivalry's there in all the best ways that we love to see. We want clean driving today.
Yeah, we will see. Actually,
maybe
a little bit of drama as well.
A little bit of heat never hurt no one, you know?
Yeah, we want a little bit of drama.
They're racing virtual cars, they can't really get hurt.
Yeah.
Only egos can be bruised today.
They can't really drive each other off the track.
I mean, I say only egos can be bruised, but when you do 100% races on these rigs, it does take your ego. It does take out your legs a bit.
23.0.
So we see that Maple's come into the pit there. I didn't quite see his time. I kind of got a feeling he's still warming up.
I think he was around 3rd.
Yeah.
And Nearly Cycle was number 1.
Yeah, I mean, look, today Nearly Cycle's in the McLaren, which I think that's controversial that he's in the fastest car. I get it changes every 2 races, but a little bit crazy to me. We had last week Singapore, Maple qualified P9. Nearly Cycle was in McLaren last week because he's been there 2 weeks now, and Nearly Cycle actually smashed the qualifying P1 and won the race P1.
Okay.
But like we said, if that happens today, right, maybe Maple Ace should take this on board today. If Nearly Cycle wins a race and Maple Ace is 3rd, Maple Ace wins the championship.
Yeah.
So don't fight any battles that you can't win. You know?
Yeah. Don't get too cocky.
Absolutely.
Don't get too confident either.
100%. And the only weeks we haven't covered, we have week 7 in Baku, we have week 8 in Spain. Baku saw Maple Ace in the kick Sauber for the first time following his win in Brazil, his win in Austria and his podium in Brazil, back-to-back podiums. He even made it 3 straight podiums as he got the podium in Baku, and Nearly Cycle actually DNF'd that race. I can't remember how, but he did, and it was an immense ride for Maple. Really, really well driven. And week 8, Spain saw Maple Ace qualify P6. A whole 3 seconds ahead of Nearly Cycle on P10, as the rain was on and off. The race, however, ended with Maple Ace just 2 places off those at DNF. He finished P13, his lowest finish of the season. A really tough race in Spain. It was one of the only races where we've seen some unforced errors and some spins out of nowhere from Maple Ace. But even then, Nearly Cycle only finished 2 places above him. So that takes us exactly where we need to be today, as we see Maple Ace now really going for it on these laps. And what we got? So we've just started lap 3. We've got Nearly Cycle at the top. We've got the left in second. We've got Maple Ace in 3rd. I mean, that's the top 3 drivers.
Yeah.
Top 3 drivers.
Yeah.
You've got Foley in the kick as well. Let's not write him off. I'd love to know his points. I reckon he could also win the championship. Inazoom probably got a good chance for the double points. Maple Ace though, purple sector 1. Now we're getting it. Now we're getting hot. Almost 2 tenths faster than anyone out on track. and it's a track that many places love to race because it's a roller coaster of a track.
And as we know, he loves races.
He absolutely loves, he lives the roller coaster. As we go past the World Cup final stadium, he made for 3/10 fastest here. Brilliant lap. Can he keep it forward down here? Perfect curve. Keeping it valid down to 6th gear. Well played. It's a purple sector 2.
Yeah.
It's a purple sector 2. It's 5/10. It's a brilliant lap. Oh my god, if sector 3 is perfect here, we have a great chance. It's 7/10 in the final straight. Use all the DRS you can. ERS rather. It's 7/10 at 122 too.
Nice.
Oh my god, wait. That was 2900 of a second of pole
Understood.
position.
Stopping this
I thought
lap.
that was guaranteed pole. Oh my goodness, what a wow. I mean, to do that in a hat against a McLaren. What a drive that was. Oh my god, I'm getting chills and it's only qualifying. This is going to be an unbelievable race.
Confirmed.
And
We'll
there's the
receive
box
you at the end
from
of this
Maple
lap.
Leaf. I mean, that deserved to be pole position. That looked like the fastest
that was
lap.
very good.
That was unbelievable. I've not seen many. Look, Maple Leaf has a lot of couple sector ones, faster sectors, but to get 2 back to back, almost 3 back to back there, a full lap, unbelievable. And so you know what? We come into our final segment whilst Maple Leaf is boxing here, and we're getting ready for the race, and you know. I know there's going to be more than just 2 drivers up for the championship. Double points is all to play for, right? But with how things have been going, right? You look at Maple, look at Nearly Cycle, right? For one, why is Nearly Cycle a contender for this championship? Well, he's had disciplined but fast racing, for one. Always disciplined, always fast. He's also been fearless in both the driving and the strategy. We saw, like I said, in Brazil, he actually pitted for the hards, and Maple Leaf didn't. It was like, I'm not sure about that, and he was 5/10 off. Honestly, crazy from Nearly Cycle there. But look, sometimes that fearless driving has cost him a little bit. He's gone from Nearly Psycho into completely psycho at times. Like almost that collision they almost had way back when. But as I've got written down here, Nearly Psycho has had consistently strong qualifying, and we're seeing that today. Whether he's in the McLaren or not, you still have to perform. It's very fast. I mean, the fact that Maple just pulled off that in a hat, that time was unbelievable. I'd love to see the standing here because it looked like 200ths of a second, which is unbelievable. So if they're crossing the line at that, that's a photo finish, as they call it. And so as we see Maple Leaf come into the pits now, we talk just before this race about why Maple Leaf is finally in control of his own fate and can take home his debut stream championship as a sim racer driver. And for one, let's start with how. Look, we said that Nearly Cycle was disciplined, but Maple Leaf has been responsible.
Right, so our fastest lap currently.
He's had the lowest penalty count
22.2
that he's ever had in the season.
And the speed trap.
Right, it doesn't sound like it most of the time. But I'm telling you, and oh my god, hold up, we have the standings here. Look at these sectors. These sectors are, oh my god, hundreds out. So yeah, it was. Look, oh my god, look at the laps. It is 300ths of a second for them being the exact same
I know
time.
the team back at
I'm
the
telling
factory
you,
have
this
put
is
in a lot of
unbelievable.
hours getting the car ready for you this weekend, so let's repay
And I'm
them
not
for
taking
the really
I'm
strong
not taking away
performance.
anything from Nearly Psycho being in the McLaren, but because this pace is clearly matched. But oh my god, I mean, you've got 4 drivers there all on the same second, 124, 122s. The rest of the grid up until P9 is 123s. I mean, that is fast.
That
you know,
is
you've
fast,
got 2 seconds,
yeah.
not even 2 seconds separating the top 10 drivers.
I could never.
Yeah,
Never.
right. There's a reason why we're behind the wheel.
Yeah.
You know, and not behind the wheel. But the man who is behind the wheel, like I said, he's had the lowest penalty count, and it's been really responsible because there's been a lot of times where races have ended, and you know, you're seeing people 6 seconds, and all of a sudden you jump up 3 spaces because you know you're playing the track. You're on the, you know, you're not cutting your corners. Maple Leaf also, I didn't get any confirmation on this because I can't remember the exact time, but Maple Leaf did at one point
engines fired up,
very
we're
soon
set.
into this lead switch to manual gears and anti-lock brakes on, and that is giving him even more control. And you know, with his car strategy being for the most part incredible, his driving in the rain also controlled. It has been He's been a classic fast-paced yet just responsible all-round drive for Maple Ace. And that's why he's got a chance, and that's why he's, look, not just got a chance, he's at the top.
He is, yeah.
He's at the top. And by quite some way, if we didn't have double points today, you wouldn't be worried.
No.
You shouldn't be, you know? We see Maple Ace heading out here for perhaps the last bit of qualifying, is this? Yeah, you're right. There's only 1 minute 20 left. So this is it. Maple Ace to go and do an outlap here. No, that was 122. You should have the time to do that. So yeah, we'll see how this ends up. I mean, put it this way, that lap that we saw, right, you might think an overreaction, but absolutely not. Like, celebrating a P2 qualifying is as big as, you know, as anything, because the last thing you want to be on this track is down in P8.
Yeah.
And starting the roller coaster in the middle of it, all of a sudden someone bumps into you, race over, right. Still a lot of responsible driving to be done.
This will be a good chance.
30 seconds left in the session.
Nearly Psycho in the, so yeah, let's read these standings for a sec. So we've got Nearly Psycho, who is third in the championship, who's currently Q1. We've got Maple Ace, who is perfectly timed it, by the way. There's now 12 left, 12 seconds left, 10 seconds left. We've got Gillespie in third, Brody in fourth, Bahamut 0 in fifth. And here we go. Maple Ace is on for his last qualifying lap. Can he pull something unbelievable? Bit of a slower start in sector 1, but we are there or thereabouts. It's a game of inches right now. And he's just exceeded track limits. That's unlucky. I was feeling good about coming out of that sector 1 there. But that's fine. Look, you're in P2. You had the big lap, you know?
That's good.
You were 300ths of a second behind who I think is the biggest threat to Maple Ace. You've ended up on the gravel. Those tyres aren't getting used anyway. You're letting people through because some people will be doing flying laps as you see. So we have to ride that out.
Pits at the end of this
but
lap.
maybe a sign of nerves, Annie.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit.
I think he is a bit nervous. I think this is the first time he's been close.
This is it. This will be the debut win, you know. And oh my God, Nearly Cycle just hit another fastest lap, 122. I didn't quite see what it was, 122 something. I think it could have been a 122 1 plus format. But correctly, we will see when Maple Ace gets into the pit. I tell you what though, it's much better seeing Maple Ace in the Haas today than it is Kick Sauber, because the Kick Sauber does not perform it. You have to get something out of that. So props to Frody. If Frody in P4 was to win today from the Kick Sauber, I mean, you have to give him props, because that, you know, let's remind everyone, we're in a realistic performance league.
Oh, he's feeling good. He's feeling good.
And there we go with the reaction from Maple Ace. He's in the pits, qualifying has ended. He got the P2, and look, like we said, he's facing a McLaren, and he made it look that close.
He's doing good. He's doing good.
Look, in any other world, a lap that fast, you know, a 100 gap, if I can speak. The anticipation is too much now, right? The excitement is too high, but look, any other lap, that is pole position by quite some way. So I don't think pace-wise George has to worry. And like we said, look, if this is how the race ended today with the standings, Maple Ace wins the championship.
Yeah.
Right? Don't do anything you don't need to do. Let someone take you over. Don't fight any battles you don't need to win. You know? And here we go, the final standings from the short qualifying in Qatar. We have Nearly Psycho. Yeah, he hit a 122.0 right at the end. Right, so 122 flat right at the end. It was actually a 122.259. So the gap was 300ths. It's now 2 tenths. You've got Deles third. You've got Froby fourth. Bahamut fifth. The Jeffy Nort 6, Inazuma 7.
Oh, I'm sorry, but look at the good team player here.
And then we've got messages in the Discord already. I mean, Annie's saying good teammate. I'm saying it's mind games.
Nearly Psycho's head.
yeah. Get in his brain. Make him check his messages before the race starts.
Oh, he's typing.
We have some messages from the drivers in the chat before the race. A speedy one from Deleuze.
Oh, Nearly Psycho is a bit cocky.
Wow.
He's a bit
Nearly
cocky.
Psycho, to be fair, he said it's his best lap ever in Qatar. Ever. Now, that is not to be messed around with, because hitting PBs before a race like this is crazy. And here we go, we are on grid now for the race. And look, it's 50%. So we are starting on the softs. We have a soft, medium strategy from Mayplace. We're seeing how many laps he wants for each of these. We're starting hard, so we're starting hard. We'll see. We'll let Mayplace decide. He wants a one-stop strategy. How do you feel about that, Annie? Less time in the pits?
I don't know.
I mean, then again, what happened last time? Is he a bit worried about a pit glitch?
Maybe, yeah.
You know, maybe that's in the back of your mind, not in the front, you know. As we see, we have a medium and a hard, a two-tyre strategy, a one-stop strategy, mediums for about 12 laps, and then hards for the rest of the race. And actually, I do like that strategy, because I think that the other drivers will maybe go softs, and I think those hards at the end of the race, I think Maple's playing the long game in this race.
Okay.
I think he is.
Yeah, I see it.
Wow, I mean, what a race this is going to be. As we can see in the pre-race standings, Maple Ace is 18 points ahead of any other driver in the championship. And he is 20 points ahead, 19 points ahead, 16 points ahead of any driver, 19 points ahead of Nearly Psycho in third place. And I mean, I'm looking at the double points. There's so many things that could happen because of this double points, right? I mean, look, seventh get 16 points. So even if we had a big spin, it's not all over just yet.
Yeah.
Right? It's 50% still a long way to go. There'll be some, 28 to 34 laps. I can't remember how exactly much in Qatar, but as we get on the grid here, it's looking like a big UK-USA battle with Nearly Psycho, Maple Ace. But nevertheless, say less in that second spot. Just 3 points ahead of Nearly Psycho. Maple Ace checking the watch.
Yeah.
All kind of notifications going off in the Discord. Nearly Psycho is absolutely reminding everyone why he's in P1, and I mean rightly so with a lap like that. To do your best ever lap, to break your own record just before a championship on the last lap of the qualifying. I mean, fair play to you.
He raced it in another league yesterday, apparently.
Okay, so he's warmed up,
So
and he's in the McLaren.
Yeah.
But we know what Maple Ace is capable of in a Haas. And hopefully momentarily.
And he's got his monster, so
yeah, there we go.
He's fueled and ready
his
to go.
M's all round. And I mean, if you're going to wear any shirt to win a championship with,
it's gonna be the Red Bull.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be that. We've got people requesting toilet breaks.
Yeah.
On
it's
the
tense. It's getting
on
tense.
the track.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, all the teams are still out there. There's no lights out yet. Maple looks composed.
So... Oh no, he's risking it. He's risking
He is
not.
risking it.
He's not
And here we go. We are starting the race in 25 seconds. The teams have cleared off the track. It is the grand finale of the RPL Silver Championship. 10 weeks these racers have been driving. Maple Ace is ready. Nearly Psycho is ready. We are going to see who wins the championship in the RPL Silver Week 10 Qatar. Take it away. Let's see the lights here. Will it be a quick light? We want a really good launch from Maple Ace. Full lights. It's long.
Lights out.
It's lights out. And away we go. It's a good start for Maple Ace. He's using ERS from the start. It's a good start from Psycho as well. But Maple Ace has got someone just in his wing. And actually, Maple Ace is going for the turn straight away. He's got touch from behind. Great recovery because the Ferrari was right there on into Deleuze. That was more on Deleuze, I think, than Maple Ace. It's wheel to wheel going into turn 2. Maple Ace, just play it safe. Here we go. Look, we've got a Ferrari in front of us. You're in a Haas. It's all good. But this is your major 1, 2 and 3. You've got Nearly Psycho P1, Deleuze P2, Maple Ace P3. If it ended this way, Maple Ace would win the championship. That's all I'm saying. But you've got a kick salvo right in your rear view as well from Proby. What a start.
Oh, it was a good start. And you know what? Props to Nearly Psycho. That was a good launch for him.
It was a really good launch. The lights took a long time. They kept us waiting. Kept us waiting. That was not an easy wait. Deleuze, I thought, or maybe, I mean, if I'm in the head of Maple Ace, Deleuze maybe broke just a bit too late and did nudge Mayplace because we thought he could be going flying for a second. I was worried. We were both worried.
But that was a good save.
Yeah, great recovery and great use of ERS early from Mayplace to keep up with the pack. Everyone on medium tyres in the top 5 I can see. So strategies could be very similar, but strategy usually separates the best from the rest. Mayplace just, warming up again as we come to the end of lap 1 and the first straight. 128.6. DRS enabled, so Maple can now use that to catch up to Deleuze. Ideally, you want to take that Ferrari over as soon as possible, even though P3 wins it for Mayplace, It's going to be a tense race. I can see these top 3. Look, already, okay, hold up, already. Look how fast the top 3 are, because Mayplace is 2.3 seconds ahead of the driver in 4th, and this is only the first lap. Maybe there was a collision between the 2 racing balls. We'd have to go back and watch the replay, but all I can say is the 1, 2, and 3 right now, they're just completely in their own race.
Yeah,
they're in their own world.
It's a good place to be in, I think.
Yeah. You can tell why the pre-race standings are as they are. It's the top 3 races in the championship going all out.
It's going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
And as we hear that from our engineer there, it's going to be some dirty air. It's going to affect the tyres, but look, it's lap 2. Once again, no invalidation, no penalties. There's been no penalty from anyone, but you want a responsible drive for Mayplace. Again, 2 points, he's over 2 seconds ahead of P4 now, so he's not even got to worry about it. Now you just worry about what's in front. And, like we said, as of right now, you've got 2 faster cars in front of you. Don't forget, this is realistic performance as, hold up, nearly Psycho hit a new fastest lap, and then Deleuze hits an even faster lap straight away. And Deleuze has just taken first place, and there's going to be, oh my god, Nearly Psycho went wide. I tried to see that. Nearly Psycho went wide. Deleuze and Nearly Psycho are wheel to wheel. If Mayplace uses a bit of ERS now, he can really get close. Because they're fighting at the top, and that's only going to bring Mayplace closer.
Oh, Nearly Psycho.
And Deleuze has gone a little bit wide there. And they're still it's gone through. And he's going to take P2 away from Nearly Psycho. Huge goings on lap 3 there. And Mayplace moves into P2. Great use of the ERS, great patience, and yet again responsible driving from Mayplace. And I'll tell you what, Deleuze is well up for the taking. It's only 4 tenths in front. And Nearly Psycho. I mean, what a sequence! What a sequence of just lap 3 here. Unbelievable scene. Unbelievable. You'd like Mayplace to. It's early doors, but get as far away from Nearly Psycho as you can. But as of right now, I mean, as of right now, hold on. So you'd have Deleuze on 165, you've got Mayplace on 171. I mean, as of right now, Deleuze is only 6 points off Mayplace. So what Deleuze actually needs to win the championship is Deleuze needs Mayplace to finish at highest 4th. As Mayplace, he's going wide here. He's letting, he's letting Nearly Psycho maybe just have a chance at DRS, but he's got DRS himself, and it's now even closer. Now as the DRS opens up, now we've got a real race in our hands. And actually, Nearly Psycho is right behind. And actually, to be fair, what that did, not collision, but that competition between Deleuze and Nearly Psycho, one of them going wide and the other doing the same, is that's brought the pack closer. Because now look at P4. All of a sudden, P4 is within DRS to Mayplace. There is a big catch up there, but there's an even bigger gap to 5th. So it's now more a 4-horse race. Mayplace looking very calm now. It looked like such an easy overtake to get to P2, but it really wasn't. It was very controlled. It was very smart. It was very patient. Great driving. And I tell you what, I don't think Deleuze. I know he made it out of there safe from that one, but I think if Mayplace, if he caught up to him and had a bit of competition, I think Mayplace could take him on him. I mean, maybe that's just the Ferrari DNA, for this year. As Mayplace, right, across the line.
Tyre wear for now. Keep
Start of lap 5, DRS active. 5 tenths behind, but nearly Psycho is right in his rear view now. And actually, Jeffy Norton's pretty close as well. We've got nearly Psycho right next to Maple. And now let's be clear. Maple Ace doesn't need P2 to win. He doesn't need P1 to win the championship. He needs P3. So if someone's going to make a move, I say let him.
Definitely like.
No, this is great racing. I am looking more in the rear view than I am actually in the left. I'm still looking behind nearly Psycho. There's a racing ball that's, you know, only 5 tenths off him. So I mean, if they start fighting, it really could be interesting. I mean, 5 laps in, we've already had unbelievable amounts of racing. The left right now looking pretty comfortable at the top one.
Yeah.
Getting fastest laps.
He's chilling. Like, he's having a great time.
I mean, I'm really interested now to see the strategies on the team.
Yeah.
You know, because we know that Maple Ace has opted for a one-stop strategy. He's going to see these tyres out till hopefully the 12th lap, maybe the 11th, and then just go on hard for the rest of the race for 17 laps, which we say he's playing the long game, but as of right now, I mean, it's going to be tough to make seconds. You know?
Yeah, it's
Absolutely, and as we see now, Maple Ace is only 2 tenths off Deleuze. He's used that DRS really well. I'm not sure if Deleuze slowed down there or maybe just got a little bit of a more clean air, because we are 4 tenths. I mean, it looks close, but then it's not. It's tough. As soon as that dirty air hits, I mean, DRS wears off. We're still looking at a good half a second here. The good thing is, nearly Psycho is less right in the rear view than he was. I mean, he's still there and thereabouts.
Every now and then he eases back up, but I think,
it's a pretty steady pace now.
Yeah.
You know, we see both racers in P1 and P2 and P3 and P4 in Jeffy Norton. We see all racers, I think, maybe struggling to fight the dirty air a bit as the race goes on. 6 laps in, just 23 laps left of this championship. Week 10, can you believe it?
How has this been 20
Week 10. I know, don't get me wrong, it felt like 100. No, that was just Spain. Here we go. New Psycho, the gap's closing. The gap is closing between P3 and P4. It's really close. I mean, let's see again what Maple Ace can do with the DRS here, because he looks ready. If the left does slip up, I mean, the left is looking like he's getting fastest up again. Another hazard entry pit. But the left's currently on the fastest lap. He's 5 tenths off. Yeah, it's a very steady pace now. Like I said, all drivers on medium tyres. I'm really interested to see what the other strategies are, because as of right now, like I said, you're going to want to come into the pits if you're ready to drive, you know? Really close. I think, if I heard that correctly, maybe the tiniest lock-up from the place there. It was definitely a tad slower than usual. He is being very focused. He's very focused, as we can see. Look, we're not hearing the Maple Ace today, you're hearing our lovely voices instead. But we can see clearer than ever.
We can.
The concentration on the Maple face today.
Thanks to his iPhone 15.
Thanks to the power from Apple.
16. I don't even know anymore what he's on.
Honestly, there's more iPhones than laps in this race. We're only 50%. And as you can see, actually, so Maple Ace just here, just as we end the lap, almost out of DRS range for Deleuze. So Deleuze really gaining from that clean air. Nearly Psycho 7 tenths down now. We've got DRS again, so let's see if we can have the exact same outcome. It is a real, almost robotic race today. It's look at these front 3 drivers. All of a sudden, hold up, Jeffy Norton might have slipped out.
I was gonna say,
He's now 2 seconds behind. And 1.7 behind nearly Psycho. So I mean, look at the top 3 drivers. They are driving as consistent as you can. You know?
It's going to be tense for Maple Ace.
It really is, and actually nearly Psycho's really catching up this lap. And he's right in Maple Ace's rear view. But then again, Deleuze, a little wobble there. 5 tenths again, 4 tenths even. As we go into sector 2 of QATAR lap 8. And now, I know for a fact that and I keep saying about tyre strategy, Maple Ace is really going to be thinking about it now, because these slips and these wobbles, they're going to be from the tyres now. There might be things you can't help, but it's looking like these drivers today, right, none of them need to finish P1 to win the championship. Okay, they'd have to rely on the results, and Maple Ace, for one, it's in his hands, right? It's in his control. But they're racing up. You know, you want P1, you want the full story, you want the full glory, you want to win the race, and you want to win the championship. And it's looking like if you give anyone an opportunity, they're going to take it. Exactly how Maple Ace did in lap 5, I believe, to get to P2. And here we go, we enter the straight, and Maple Ace just got that DRS there, just. God, Deleuze really does come out fast in that third sector. And it's the same again. It's a real battle. This is a real chess game of a race today. Again, you know, 6/10, 5/10.
All it takes is one mistake.
This is it. This is all about clean driving. And like I said, today Maple Ace can claim his debut stream championship, and it's in his hands. Let's not forget he's winning by 16 points. He's leading by. So it's in his hands. I think everyone kind of slowly broke there. Even nearly cycle in the back. I'm looking at the rear view more than the track. It's tough. You've got so many things to watch right now. Everyone's sending 50 in there. Nearly Psycho almost taking a little window of opportunity there. I mean, look, let's be fair. Nearly Psycho right now is in third, and Deleuze in second. Nearly Psycho has to take the aggression. If he sees a window, he has to go for it.
Yeah.
But
at his own risk.
This is it. I mean, it's at your own risk, and then, you know, somehow accidentally tapping into someone, you wouldn't want that if you made play. So like I said, let him through if he wants to fight. You know, you're not here to fight, you're here to race him. And that is as close, I think, as it's been so far. Ending lap 10, Maple Ace looking like he's feeling it already. It's a high, consistent, high performance race today. 7 tenths behind Deleuze, 3 tenths in front of Nearly Psycho. Actually, Jeffy's almost even got 8 tenths back on all 3 races here. He's almost within DRS and Maple Ace again. I mean, these top 4 racers are driving for their life. You wouldn't have thought it's a Monday night. Put it that way. We're so glad it is. I mean, what else would you want to be doing on a Monday night? And oh my God, it always seems to be. I can't quite think if that's turn 3 or turn 4, but that turn, Nearly Psycho is just literally in the rear. The whole rear view is Nearly Psycho at the end of that turn. You know. If you come into sector 2 here, we've got the full throttle section. The lesser driven well. Maple Ace is driven well. You know, we talked a lot about Nearly Psycho, we talked a lot about Jeffy Norton in the catch-up, they've driven very well, but to be P1 and P2, there's been not fault from either of them.
Yeah, and to keep it for that long as well.
Right, it's already been 10 laps, you know?
Yeah, like
we're almost halfway through.
They've done well.
And so this is going to be where the best are separated from the rest right now. Maple Ace now, to end this lap, is going to be thinking, what is my tyre strategy? I know that he's locked in to 12, and actually Maple Ace goes P1 because Deleuze is in the pits. And I know DRS, well actually Maple Ace got a DRS off, and I know Nearly Psycho's got a DRS on Maple Ace, but Maple Ace is currently in P1. Woo! Interesting from Deleuze. I'm wondering what tyres he's going to come out on. I quite like the early. I think that's quite smart. I think sometimes when you're in P1 you can wait too long because you think, you know, all these things, and there we go. That's the confirmation. The box, the lap 12 box, as predicted, as calculated by Maple Ace, is going to come out on the hard tyres, and well, we're going to see this championship home as Nearly Psycho. Now we have a race. Now we have Nearly Psycho 3 tenths off. This is the P1 and P2 that we've been seeing a lot of in this championship. The rivalry that has just sprung out of nothing. And McLaren versus Haas, how often do you see that?
Not often.
Not often at all.
Not often at all.
Now it must be a nice break for Maple Ace having to do this lap in the clean air. So he must be nice, you know, nice, well adjusted. He loves the track now. There's not been one single corner where he has been validated or even been given a warning for any corner cut. And actually, there we go. A great sector 2 takes him 5/10 ahead of Nearly Psycho. I wonder if Nearly Psycho is going to pit now. I'm not sure he's going to. But Maple Ace is going into the pits, and this is where the money is made. This is where we want optimal. No glitches, please. No glitches at all.
No glitches today.
Here we go. We're going on the hard. It's a one stop. I'm trying to see who else is optimal as well. Well played on this. We've got Maple Ace in the pit. He's down to P4. He's P5. Deleuze has gone onto the hards as well. It's a great stop. Maple Ace reacting well. And he's coming back on track. And that would be arguably the last pit stop of the entire season. There's 17 laps of this race left. One place separates Maple Ace, but he's come out in front of Deleuze, and they're going to be side by side. And Deleuze is just in front. Now, let's not forget he's warmed up his hard tyres by 1 lap, but oh my god, coming out wheel to wheel.
That was, yeah.
See, now we see how close, not only the strategy and the brains, but the racing. This is now the exact same image we've been seeing the whole race. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Friday. So I'm just now wondering, well, I know there's going to be a lot in that leaderboard, right? There's a lot of things that can happen today with the races, you know, if things really went wrong, but let's see when Nearly Psycho hits, where he comes back out, you know? You've now got Deleuze in 6th, Maple Ace in 7th, they're both 10 seconds for the most part, off NMX in 5th. There's now 17 laps, now these hard times, they're going to take a couple laps to win. It's going to be a little bit, you know, they're going to be cold. They're not going to be their fastest, but when we get into the business end of this race, and that's why I said Maple Ace, I think he's playing the long game, and so is Deleuze. We're looking at lap 25 onwards, really just going to be all out racing, and I mean, we can get fastest lap all the time. Deleuze still on fast lap, by the way. NMX hit the pits now, so Maple Ace and Deleuze are going to go up 1 position. We'll get to see who's in 4th here. 3 people hit the pit. 2. Oh my god. And okay, there we go. There we go. Nearly Psycho's in the pit. Jeff not in the pit. Finexia in the pit. And the racing has resumed. Now everyone has taken a stop. And I'm wondering, yeah, Nearly Psycho, he's gone on the hards. So is Jeff York. Everyone on the same strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, what a race.
And we're back to how it was.
We are back to exactly how. I mean, this is unbelievably like. It is a compliment when I say robotic racing right now. This is just unbelievable. Like that high pressure, you know, what's on the line right now to race. Just it's incredible to see. You see Maple Ace going just a tiny bit wide. And again, these tyres are going to take a long time to get warmed. It's your first warning. You give yourself all the grace you need, you know. Take it easy. Deleuze could gain a few seconds from that. We've got Nearly Psycho though, he's 2 seconds behind them. Right now we've seen him come from 5 seconds, 10 seconds behind multiple times. Right? But all I'm saying is how close it was before. Maple Ace, you know, 1 lap more, and Deleuze even 2 laps more on the tyres being warmer. Nearly Psycho maybe. It's played it too safe. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
You can't even see him
anymore. You can't see him in the rear view anymore. He's 2 seconds behind. Yeah. Look, he's in the McLaren. He's already brought it down to 1.9. Maple Ace just got the DRS there. We don't want to lose that. Because if we lose DRS, we might lose the less. Yeah, right?
Love that.
We love that. We love that. And I know, look, Maple Ace might be going for P1. And the drivers on track, you know, they want to go P1. But as of right now, on the halfway mark of this race, Maple Ace is your championship winner. You'd have Maple Ace on 181 points. No, forgive me. You'd have Maple Ace on 171 points. You'd have Deleuze on 165 points. Only 6 points difference. And you'd have Nearly Psycho on 148. And this is why I'm thinking maybe Nearly Psycho should have gone for a Nearly Psycho strategy.
Yeah.
Because if he came out on the soft right now, I'd be saying he's going for it. But it looks like Deleuze and Maple Ace not making a mistake.
And I'm quite surprised that Nearly Psycho maybe did do it too safe.
Yeah, I am too. I am too.
Yellow flag.
Oh, we had a.
We had a retirement there.
Yeah.
I'm wondering who that is in the Discord. We had a retirement. Couldn't get back on track with a puncher. Punch was losing that tough.
Wow.
And I tell you what's tough for Maple Ace, that is now the first time we have seen him not be able to use DRS because Deleuze ticked the gap just past a second and Maple used all his DRS. So if I'm Maple Ace now, I'm almost not even chasing P1.
Yeah.
Because if Deleuze wins and he's on 165, but Maple Ace finishes P3 and Maple Ace would finish on 167, he would win the championship by 2 points. I don't think Maple Ace should even be fighting for this and using all his battery because, look, if Nearly Psycho comes along and there's a fight there, which look, Nearly Psycho is, he's already got the gap down from 2 seconds to I saw 1.3 at one stage. As we're going into Sector 2, in that 15 here. I mean, it's as tense as it can be. It is. Look, it's Qatar, right? It's a roller coaster of a track. There's not going to be too many fights on the corner, but I tell you what, to just, you know, punch out and just absolutely race lap like this over and over again, the consistency is unbelievably high. And actually, as we can see, I talked earlier about Maple Ace being a responsible driver. I talked about Nearly Psycho being a, you know, very cool under pressure and deliberate driver. There are no penalties for the top 3 drivers. We can see penalties sneaking in now for P4, P5. Not one driver in P1 to 3 has a penalty. I mean, it could not be closer. And actually, Maple Ace there, he gets back within the DRS, he pulls it back to 5 tenths of Deleuze. So, I mean, it's looking like every lap is a carbon copy.
Yeah,
most drivers are full concentration. Always just at the start of Sector 2, that turn. And actually, hold on, here we see, I'm seeing Nearly Psycho in the rear view now. He's almost in DRS to Maple. Nearly Psycho does love these hard tyres. You remember in Brazil on week 6, Maple Ace had a 10-second time penalty and was 15 seconds ahead of Nearly Psycho with 2 laps to go. Nearly Psycho, we thought knocked him off the podium, but was only 5 tenths off. And Nearly Psycho has moved 5 tenths into range of Maple Ace. He's now full in DRS. There's only now 1 second that separates the top 3 drivers. Nearly Psycho loves the hard tyres, so forgive me for my early comments on the tyre strategy. Maybe he just loves the hard tyres.
Yeah.
And oh my god, here we go. We're going to see all 3 drivers use, well, we're going to see P2 and P3 both use DRS. We've got Maple Ace almost 6 tenths off Deleuze. You've got Nearly Psycho under 5 tenths off Maple Ace as we come into turn 1. It's a great turn for Maple Ace, and there's a little bit maybe of understeer because of the dirt. Yeah, it's a great turn for Maple Ace again. Nearly Psycho right there. There's now 3 tenths. Oh my god, we're going to 6 tenths that separate just the top 3 drivers of the championship. And Nearly Psycho is 2 tenths behind Maple Ace right now in lap 17 here. Okay, Nearly Psycho is really going for it.
Maple Ace just needs to keep his cool.
He does. Look, like I said, Maple Ace wins this championship from 3rd place. So if Nearly Psycho's going to fight you, let Nearly Psycho fight you. Nearly Psycho, he has to be the one to make a push. He's currently P3. So if I was to read you the standings, if this race finished now, you'd have Maple Ace on 171. You'd have Deleuze on 165. And then you'd have Nearly Psycho on 148. So, you know, 6 points separating Deleuze and Maple Ace in the driver's standings, but, you know, a good 20 behind Nearly Psycho. He has to push for P1 or P2 here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's driving quite well, Nearly Psycho, but I mean, you talk about how fast you got to be because Deleuze and Maple Ace, this is a masterclass in clean driving. I mean, as we start lap 18 here, you've got DRS and both drivers again, 4 tenths. Oh, Nearly Psycho really going for moves now. But even Maple Ace, let's have a look, he's only 3 tenths off Deleuze. I will say Maple Ace driving a little bit safer than Nearly Psycho.
Yeah.
You know, and he must know all these things that we're talking about, you know. He knows where he is, he knows it's in his hand, you know, and when it's in your hand, the last thing you do is you want to make a mistake because the last thing you can afford to do when it's in your hand, the only opponent is yourself. And on this track, you know, don't do anything, any unforced errors, don't spin too much. Look, we didn't last one lap on that on the track. It's a different ball game. They make it look easy.
Absolutely, it's not as easy.
Not in the slightest. This is top rating. And also, let's give some props to Mayplace here. I mean, he's in a Haas. He's got a Ferrari in front of him and a McLaren behind him. I mean, this pace is unreal, no? The less we see pulling away here. I'm just worried now that Nearly Cycle is so close that I don't want Mayplace to lose that DRS, because if Mayplace does lose that DRS, all of a sudden I think Nearly Cycle is going to absolutely jump on the opportunity to go. And actually, Mayplace does just at the end of sector 3 there, he does lose DRS. So Nearly Cycle is going to have a chance to go P2 here.
Pit window, you're going to be on the soft.
And I think Mayplace will let him pass. Nearly Cycle's got the DRS.
Okay, clear.
He's used it. They're will to will Nearly Cycle going into and Mayplace going into turn 1. Mayplace lets him pass because he knows, Mayplace knows if he finishes P3 in this race, this is still the championship. And P4 is nowhere to be seen with a 3-second time penalty, 5 seconds. It is a 3-horse race, and Deleuze now is 2 seconds away from Mayplace. I mean, fast driving the Ferrari from Deleuze. Unbelievable driving. Incredible moments in sector 1 there. And so now we can, this is exactly what I was picturing, right? Now we read the championship standings if the race was to finish this way in 10 laps time. You'd have Deleuze on 165 points. You'd have Nearly Cycle on 152 points. And you'd have Mayplace on 167 points. So Mayplace right now is winning the championship by 2 points, and the only way that would change is if Jeffy Naught, you know, if somehow Mayplace ended up P4, and I say that Jeffy Naught was behind, but actually Jeffy Naught's caught up a bit here, and Jeffy Naught is almost in DRS range of Mayplace, and now look, Jeffy Naught's got a 3-second penalty, so P4 has a 3-second penalty. Again, if P4 wants to take him over, let him take over.
Yeah.
He's got a 3-second penalty.
Yeah.
This might be a tough end to the championship for Mayplace here. I know the hards are still going to be warming up, but Nearly Cycle and Deleuze are driving fast.
We have 9 laps.
We have 9 laps to go. We entered the 20th lap here in Qatar for the RPL Silver Grand Finale race on this Monday, 1st of December. In the desert.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trading.
Oh my god, Jeffy Naught in P4 has just come under a second away from Mayplace. He now has DRS on Mayplace, and Mayplace has no DRS on Nearly Cycle. Actually now, oh my god, this is tough. This is tough. Now, I'm actually not sure if you do let Jeffy Naught pass it, because I'm not saying Mayplace's time is struggling, but that Haas may be harder here to control. Now, let's not forget P4's in a racing. Right, we've got McLaren in front and a Ferrari in front. They're gonna find time at the end of it, right? And that's what they have. You've got Nearly Cycle 1.7 seconds of it. You've got Deleuze 2.4. I mean, looking at the top 2 now, that's kind of crazy because that was separated by just 6/10 just a few laps ago.
Yeah.
But you've got Jeffy Naught using DRS here. But he has a 3-second time penalty.
Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the
And
best
Mayplace
we can.
has said, hold up. I think Mayplace, no, that actually, I think Mayplace is going to stay out on the hard. I think his engineer was suggesting a pit to the soft. That would be crazy right now. That would be absolutely crazy. Then again, I tell you what, he's 25 seconds in front of 5th. So the standings right now, as I've said, right? Deleuze would be on 165. You'd have Mayplace on 167, and you'd have Nearly Cycle on 152. But that 2-point lead for Mayplace, if he drops to 4th, he would lose the championship by only 4 points. So it is literally 3rd or nothing for the championship for Mayplace. And actually, we see Jeffy Naught now in his rearview mirror. Whilst I'm looking at the points tally for a minute, but don't forget that there's a 3-second penalty. And actually, Jeffy Naught, oh my god, he slipped. Oh my god, that might be a championship deciding moment for Mayplace here. If Deleuze was to watch what we just watched there, and he saw it first,
Okay, pit in this lap.
Jeffy Norton has just slipped right when he pushed the tyre so much. He was so aggressive that
Too
he just...
confident, too aggressive.
I mean, look, fair play to Jeffy Norton. He knew that he had to do something there because he has, with a 3-second time penalty, he needs all the clear air that he can. He knows Maple is in the hash. He's still just within DRS week, but that could be a championship winning moment for Maple.
I mean,
oh my god! Wow. Look, there's 7 long laps to go here, and there's still only 6 tenths. I mean, Jeffy Norton is fast in that race.
yeah, no. I mean, look at how quickly he's come back.
Actually, hold on. I've been sent some racing all the last time, so I'm not really looking for it. I'm pretty sure it's a Red Bull.
Oh.
It's not the same logo on it, so you can view it. Actually, I think. But actually, I think Maple Ace in a hash is just out. You know, oh my god, he's keeping up with the fastest car on the grid. It is a Red Bull, and Jeffy Norton. I tell you what, now he's coming close again. He's 3 tenths down from Maple Ace, and oh my god, I mean. Having said that, I've just seen. Oh my god! I've just heard. I'm just in my left ear. I've just heard that Jeffy Norton has now got a 6-second time penalty. So actually, when he went off, he pushed so much that it's now 6 seconds. So I would say even more, right? I know you don't want anyone in front of you. Maple Ace does not want to, you know, think that he's got to catch anyone up or race it more aggressively than he is right now. But Jeffy Norton, if he takes over Maple Ace, if E4 takes over Maple Ace, he still has 6 seconds before that 2-point lead turns into a 4-point deficit. And as we see, Jeffy Norton again slipping and sliding just a bit. He's pushing the tyres so much, and actually that did make place some favours. He's still got the DRS, but he might have taken him over there. And I know we've stopped, you know, talking about Deleuze in 1 and Nearly Cycle in 2, but they are racing fast right now. And actually,
they're quite far ahead.
They are, but you know what? Nearly Psycho I can see is 3 tenths behind. Nearly Psycho's going for the P1. I mean, you have to. Oh my god, the time Nearly Psycho is doing is unbelievable. And he's moved 3 seconds ahead of Maple for the first time in this race. There's now 6 laps left. We're on lap 23 in the RPL Silver Grand Finale at Qatar. And Jeffy Norton again in a rear view. I mean, every time you think you're losing, he bounces back.
He comes back.
We're driving from P4. Nearly Psycho is just hitting unbelievably lap times. He's also got the fastest lap again. Meanwhile, every time I look at P4 in Jeffy Norton, he's either right next to Maple Ace or he's sliding just a little bit because he's pushing the most out of his tyre. And now we end sector 3 here, lap 23. There are currently 5 laps between Maple Ace and his debut stream championship here in the desert of Qatar. And I tell you what, Maple Ace has gone to the side here. Jeffy Norton, if we see, Jeffy Norton's going to use DRS and take him over. This could be it. Jeffy Norton could really do this. Maple Ace could be down to B4 here because Jeffy Norton. He's letting him take him over.
Yeah.
It's fair play. It's now all down to penalties. And like I said at the top of the show, Maple Ace has had the lowest penalty counts he's ever had for a season. He's almost had none. There was that one in Brazil where he had 10 seconds, but he's still got a penalty in Brazil, a podium in Brazil, even with all those penalties. And so, look, Jeffy Norton is going to find some time. He's going to find some space with that clean air. But there are currently 5 seconds between Maple Ace winning the championship or not. It's now decided more on time than anything else. So, oh my god, this is absolutely a nail biter. And I mean, Jeffy Norton's already taken away.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God he didn't have just 3 seconds because he's already almost half of that away.
There's a good chance of 6 seconds.
There's a really good chance of 6 seconds, but again, clean, responsibly, direct driving from Maple Ace. He's been super cool under all the pressure today, and there's been a lot of pressure. I mean, even the cars he gets to be surrounded by. In front of him, he's got a Red Bull, a McLaren, and a Ferrari. 3 fastest cars on track in front of him, and he's in the hash P4. There's no one behind anyone, as you can see from the leaderboard. 27 seconds in front of P5 as we come in to the 25th lap. And I mean, if my maths is correct, this is looking like it's coming right down to the wire. And actually, there's a racing ball that come out of the pits there, almost looking like it was slowing Jeffy Norton down for a second. I know they ghosted, but you know, it's not something you want to see for too long. when you're racing at this caliber right now.
It can distract you.
It can absolutely distract you, and also it can glitch come out of it. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
God, thank God we didn't have any of that today. It's been a completely fair race. The driving from the top 4 drivers has been unbelievable.
It's been very good.
I mean, like I said, we had the one bit of crazy drama with Nearly Psycho, Deleuze and Maple Ace with that overtake and the action and the one going off, one coming on. That was pure drama, but the rest of it has just been absolutely high intense driving from all the top 4 drivers. And actually, Maple Ace has kept up very well on the 25th lap here because the gap is still only 1.6, and Maple Ace is actually gaining time on Jeffy Norton P3 right now. And that's exactly what we want. Because as long as Maple Ace is gaining time, he is gaining his first championship. And as I said, it is in control. Maple Ace drove so responsibly well, and so, you know, in so many ways for the first 9 weeks, for all 9 weeks of this championship. He is actually gaining time on Jeffy Norton. It's a 1.2 second gap, and as of right now, in 3 lap time, Maple Ace could be the championship winner. He put it back to a second there, almost DRS, hasn't he? Unbelievable driving. I mean, look, there's a chance that when we saw Jeffy Norton in the rear view for so long, you know, we saw him slip and slide. He was there, then he wasn't. He was there, and he pushed the tyres hard.
Yeah.
So he might have a really tough time, you know, sticking to the track for these last couple of laps. I mean, I would also love to know the time of Deleuze because, wow, Nearly Psycho is 5 seconds ahead of Maple Ace.
Like, he has done so well this race.
I mean, Deleuze and Nearly Psycho, Deleuze in the Ferrari as well, what a drive. I mean, unbelievable. Like we said, these drivers are driving at such a high level that, you know, if there's a window of opportunity, they're going to take it. And every single one has been taken, and cleanly at that, you know. There was maybe a tiny bump at the very start from the Ferrari at Maple Ace, and maybe the race would have played out a tad bit different, but, I mean, what, you know, about 8 laps ago, the drivers, the top 3 drivers were separated by 6 tenths, all 3, and now Maple Ace is 5 seconds behind P2. It's unbelievable driving. And another incredible lap from Maple Ace. I mean, these laps now the hard tyres are doing their work. His best was 126. That was just a 127 flat. And again, he's still gaining time on Jeffy Norton Wait, he's in P3 now.
Oh, no. Yeah.
That's always been the case.
Yeah, that's always been the case.
Sorry, I saw the leaderboard, didn't I, for a second? Oh my god, I must be seeing things over here because I can't believe what I'm witnessing. Oh my! I just had a moment. There's just so much going on. I'm seeing, you know, that every time they cross that finish line, I'm seeing them cross that finish line as celebrating as champion. You know,
and behind by 5 tenths a lap.
Nearly Psycho, you're right. Nearly Psycho got his first penalties, so that means Nearly Psycho is almost guaranteed that winning this championship would be. Oh my! I mean, for Nearly Psycho to win the championship now, the way these drivers are driving, anything can happen when you're on track. But you would say that there's no chance Nearly Psycho should win this. Now he's got that penalty. I'd love to know if they're left with the penalty, because we can't see that on that leaderboard. No. And actually, oh my god! We've just seen Jeffy Norton's just gone off track, and we've heard a reaction from Maple Ace. Did he completely fly off? I didn't even see him. I didn't even see him because he was that just a bit in front of Maple Ace. But we heard big reactions from the driver himself, and Maple Ace goes across the line to start lap 28 in P3. And if he does this for 2 more laps, he takes home the championship, and he deservedly gets on the podium as well for the final race of this RPL Silver Championship.
What happens now?
Same here, it's unbelievable. Meanwhile, Nearly Psycho and Deleuze have been battling this whole time because there's only 3 tenths that have been separating them for the last 5 laps, and we still need a replay on what on earth just happened to Jeffy Norton. I'm telling you, Annie, I think he's pushed those tyres so much.
Yeah,
I think he, you know, we could see he was slipping and sliding. Maybe a little bit of understeer there coming into sector 2, and look at the gap. I mean, 6 seconds between Nearly Psycho and Maple Ace. I'll tell you what, if Nearly Psycho is absolutely driving Psycho right now and gets another penalty, Maple Ace is actually on for a P2 by almost about 1/7 of a second. Give it 2.
Maple Ace really needs to keep his cool now.
He does, but you know what? I think that was the turning point.
Yeah.
It was a hard mental battle to be in P4 and to clock watch. You don't want to do that on track, you know? Maple was still gaining time. Even when Jeffy Naught was there, he was max 1.7 seconds. Maple Ace still had 4.3 seconds to play with in terms of winning a championship. But as you can see now, with the penalties, Jeff is 11 seconds. 11 seconds from getting anything out of Maple Ace. And it wouldn't have done much for Jeff in the overall standings, perhaps, but for Deleuze, oh my god, Deleuze, if his team is watching this right now, watching the race, they would be head in hand at the move Jeffy Naught just made to perhaps gift Maple Ace a true P3 here as we enter the final lap of Qatar, and this is it. On your feet, ladies and gentlemen, because here we go. Maple Ace into Sector 1, coming into Sector 2, you've got Deleuze in first, Nearly Psycho in second, and Maple Ace in third. And as we start Sector 2, I can tell you that as of right now, in third place, you would have Nearly Psycho on 152 points. You would have second place, an incredible drive from Deleuze. Say less, he'd have 54 points. He'd be on 165. But if Maple Ace can hold this P3, he will be your RPL Silver Champion with just 167 points, just 2 points in front of Deleuze. It's absolute siege. It's crazy. He's 7 seconds off even P1 and P2. I mean, the fact that he kept up with them for, almost 18 laps. The Ferrari and the McLaren's unbelievable. He's got a Red Bull behind him. And there we go. The race winner is Deleuze. And Maple Ace coming on the final line. And he's going for it. And he's absolutely taken over the championship. There we go. Yes. Maple Ace debut championship winning drive. Come on. What a race. What a race. Oh my goodness!
And we love it.
He got the true P3, the podium is his, and the championship, more importantly, is his too. What a race in Qatar. Highest of intensity, highest of performance, highest of consistencies as all the drivers finish. You have Deleuze on the day in first. You have Nearly Psycho in second. You have Maple Ace in third. Jeffy Naught in fourth. Finexia fifth. NMX sixth. Froby seventh. What a race that was in the Kicks Album. You've got 2 Williams in 8-9. And you've got Prost in P10 and Maple Ace. Look at the elation. Look at the elation. What a race. What a 10 weeks.
That was incredible. We have some happy people in the Discord.
We have some super happy people in the Discord.
Congrats to
Maple Ace has never ever won a league before. And this podium has just secured the championship. What a race. Congratulations already from Nearly Psycho. I mean, unbelievable races all around. Deleuze takes the day, the trophy on the day. But oh my goodness, there it is in pure numbers. Maple Ace, P3, he has won the championship. Unbelievable, what a race. What a race.
That was tense.
All of a sudden, those last 7 or 8 laps flew by.
Yeah.
They absolutely flew by. The hard tyres were doing everything they could, and I mean, oh my god. As soon as he's off that podium, we would love to get a driver reaction from the man himself.
This is why Maple Ace drives with the window open in that room, because I can imagine him being sweaty.
This is it. Look, there's an element of immersion to it as well, you know. Unbelievable from Maple Ace. We see him there.
Oh,
We'd
coming.
love to get a reaction.
Coming.
Here we go.
We're gonna get.
Hello guys.
He's done it!
Yay!
Come on then, Maple Ace! Yes! first championship!
Mate, I could hear you
Come on,
guys
then.
coming across the line.
So proud.
What a race!
Nah.
What a race! Do you know what? We've been in the Discord, we haven't even checked the chat. I'm waiting to see if your brother's watching. There's been no shout outs, so we'll have to do that now.
Mate, no one was
Nah,
watching.
no one.
Well, they will be after this.
They will be. How do you feel?
Maple Ace, talk us through it.
How was you feeling
How
throughout
you feeling
that?
right now?
Honestly, that was really intense. From lap 1 to the end, I thought I'd almost lost it because I had to come podium and Deleuze had to win.
Yeah.
So I was going to be P4 at one point,
You were.
but I noticed like quite late actually he had a penalty. Like
And
the
he
6
got
second
the,
penalty.
he got the 6 second late as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Late.
yeah,
He
yeah.
had 3, but you were still keeping
Three
on him
was
with the
3
3.
was tricky. I might have had him, but
You were still keeping
yeah,
on.
and then he spun out, which is unfortunate, obviously. But
Maple Ace,
take it.
talk to me just quickly about just talk to me about this
Interview,
race.
let's go.
Look, talk to me quickly. We need the camera on, man. Where are we going? Right? Talk to me quickly about the start of this race. Right, so you had qualifying. By the way, did you
Yeah.
see qualifying? You were almost
Mate.
you were 300ths
Yeah.
off nearly cycle until he pulled out an unbelievable 122 flat to end it. But
So that
3/100ths.
Yeah, that
Talk to
second
me.
lap was that I did was probably the maximum I could possibly get out of the car there. I don't think there's pushing any more on the third lap caused me to go off.
Yeah, and you're in the
The left
house.
had absolutely insane pace.
Nearly cycle said
yeah,
that was his best
that is
ever lap
true.
in Qatar. That
is
last
true,
lap,
yeah.
his best ever. And
I
he's
think
in
I
McLaren.
think it was my best ever lap as well, to be honest.
Honestly,
I
it
don't
was
think I could have done
when you came
much
across the
better.
line. It was a purple sector 1, it was a purple sector 2. I was convinced it was a P1. It was 3/100ths of a second, right? But now talk to me about the start of the race quickly, because me and Annie saw for 29 laps it was high intensity. It was just full concentration. It almost looked robotic at times. You know, you to less than nearly cycle that 1, 2, 3. It was just like the same race. I mean,
First of all,
like, it was so high the concentration.
I actually can't believe that the 3 fighting for the championship when in the top 3 in the qualifying.
It was as it should be.
Yeah,
You know, as it should be. It was
It made
insane.
it spectacle. I'll have to watch the commentary back later on for the, for the reactions,
Honestly.
all the commentary. But yeah, starting off the line, I was just like, I need to focus on getting the best reaction from the line.
It was a good start for you. It was a good start from nearly cycle as well.
The moment I got off the line and knew that I had space to my inside, I cut off.
Yeah, you did.
Nearly cycle was behind. I cut him off.
No, it was the left
behind.
behind, nearly cycle in pole.
Yeah, I decided to come across and cut him off because I knew that I didn't want him to have a run on the outside.
But did
And
he
then-
bump you slightly?
It was a bit of a bump, but that's just a turn one.
No, yeah, that's fair, that's fair,
I
that's
nearly
fair.
lost. I mean, I didn't nearly lost the car.
We
I
saw.
sort of-
We
I
were
was like-
worried a little bit.
Yeah,
We were
I was a
like,
little bit
oh my
worried,
god,
yeah.
like this could be, you know.
I knew that if I crashed in turn one, it's over. So I tried to be as hard as I could without putting too much risk on there.
Brave
But I
still.
just needed to get to keep in that top 3 because I know I needed the podium.
Yeah.
And then it was all about race management. So
Yeah.
if I stayed behind Deleuze because he took the lead quite early on, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, look, break me down just that one moment where we saw it from here,
Johnny
right?
was for living. He really did it.
What do you mean? This is my living. The internet does not
Your
know
living room.
otherwise. Talk to me about the biggest moment for me in the race, right? You were in P3 at the time. You had Deleuze and Nini Psycho gaining time over you, right? But then all of a sudden, I think it was like 8, 9, right? Me and Annie saw at one stage, you know, you had Nini Psycho go off wide,
Yeah.
and then you had Deleuze go off wide, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
you took over Nini Psycho to go P2. That was, in my opinion, the biggest part of that race.
Yeah, absolutely, because I was 2 seconds behind at that point. And
This is it.
I was just like, right, I just need to settle into my race.
Yep. Yep.
Just keep on their tails, keep them busy. And
Yeah,
make
because you
them-
knew P3 was going to win the
Well,
championship.
Yeah, and they went for a move on each other. So
Yep.
at that point, I sort of knew that I can gain some time back up here. Not fully expecting them to go sideways a little bit, and then slipped into P2. And to be honest, I
Comfortably.
tried really hard to get in front at one
Yeah,
point.
yeah, we saw.
I just couldn't get. I think I was about 7-8 tenths off of.
You
Deleuze
brought it down to
into the
4
last
5s
corner.
at one stage.
Yeah,
right.
into
There
the
were
last
4
corner
5s.
and just didn't have enough on the straight. Or
Deleuze
didn't have enough in the rest. Of the
Drove unbelievable. I will say that for one. I think all top 3 drivers, apart from Neely Cycle at the end, Deleuze didn't have a penalty either, and he didn't have a penalty. And we were saying before the race in quali, one of the reasons why you were at the top was because you had no penalties. For the lowest amount of penalties in the season, just responsible driver. Right?
Is that a stat?
That is an unofficial
Well,
official
well,
stat.
not official.
But yeah, I mean, after that, it was really. We were then just wondering what the strategy was going to be, and everyone had the same thought as you.
Yeah,
medium hard. I was quite surprised.
I was surprised as well. I mean,
I thought I seen nearly cycle on a soft.
The game recommends you go 2 stop, so you have to force it onto the 1 stop. I don't know. I just did a bit of research and just if you go onto the 2 stop, you just do 2 times. Maybe everyone just see that.
I think everyone was. And did you feel confident when you came into the pits just one before nearly cycle? So I think that was quite big.
Yeah. So I just copying people. Like I knew I wanted to go 11-12 laps on the medium tyre and then hit. I think I was going to probably try and match them if they went longer because you don't want to be in an offset. You simply just need to stay with them. You
were P1 for a 1 lap. Deleuze came in first. And I can't rate it how that he came in first, you know.
I was surprised because I thought that extra lap would have put him solidly a few seconds ahead.
Same.
My in-lap was really good, I thought. Like I just...
It absolutely was. Actually, if I remember correctly, you came out of the pits wheel to wheel with Deleuze.
Yeah.
Because if you came out just 3-7, I mean, oh my god, what could have been?
It's the tyre warm-up after you come out of the pits. It takes you a lap to get all the grip in.
That's
so
exactly what I said.
He's obviously lost a little bit of time there, but still gained overall.
And now look, just talk me through the last 8 or 9 laps of the championship. Right, lap 20 has started. Deleuze and Nearly Psycho are just gaining seconds and seconds and seconds. And all of a sudden, Jeffy North's in your rear view every other turn.
I don't know where it came from, honestly.
His pace was unbelievable. We didn't even see him spin off. Right, but when you did, right, that was for me the final nail when you saw Jeffy North turn off. And you went P3. We heard the reaction. We knew that was it. It wasn't checking the clock anymore.
Yeah, it wasn't checking the 6 seconds. I mean, he came out of nowhere, to be honest. He had great pace, and then I think at one point I really started to get a little bit worried because I knew that for me to lose the championship, Deleuze had to win, and I had to be P4. And that was looking like it could have happened. But
that would have been 4 points because he won by 2 points, and he would have lost by 4 points. If we were doing all the maths live, it was crazy. It was crazy.
So yeah, as soon as I saw that time penalty, I knew just like calm down. I did make a mistake, I think, when he was behind. And then I didn't have enough ERS on the straight. I tried to keep him behind. Like, it didn't matter if I was going to 0% ERS. I was keeping him behind at that point. No, it's not about race management. It's just about.
And you know what? You were still catching him. You were still gaining time on the last lap where you weren't P4 because you still brought it down to 1.2. I wasn't worried about the 3. I said the 3 would be tight. As soon as I saw the 6-second penalty, we were kind of convinced that if you didn't make a real big mistake.
But there is a possibility, you know.
But we said, look, when you're on track, anything can happen.
During practice, obviously, to set the limits, I spun 3 or 4 times on those exact same corners. Because you just need to keep putting a second longer. And the back of the car comes out. So it can happen to anyone, but there we go. I felt bad about pit pumping a little bit when I went past, but I just knew it was in the bag then.
The championship.
And then the last lap probably slowed up already on the game because there was no mistakes, no penalties, just get it across the line and then.
But how did that feel coming round that last turn in Qatar as a champion for the first time ever? In a league where no one watches and isn't esports is as good as it gets. You know. Hey, do you know what?
It's just fun.
A league of fast drivers.
I can retire now. Happy. I've got my championship with the wins. And
retire he won't. We will be back. 2026.
And
take December
Jack will
off.
be joining us in the league.
I
will be on his own group.
I will be only the commentator for every week. Don't you get me started. But Maple Ace, would you like to sign off as your very first championship Grand Silver RPL?
Can I just say thanks for the commentary. I haven't had the pleasure of listening to it yet, but I'm sure it was lots of fun.
It was lots of fun.
Yeah, thanks guys. It's like, I could hear you guys from the other room, coming across the line.
We heard you a few times. That was it. Yeah. Well, look, it's been your host Jack. It's been your host Annie, and of course, your new champion, the Maple Ace. Maple Ace in the first place.
In the place. Oh, come here, guys. Come here, guys.
Come on. Maple Race.
I can't believe it.